When I was born, it was a beautiful night. The king and queen were my parents, and I was to be the eldest son of the royal family. Except the year after I was born, my father was overthrown by the rebels. I'd like to give my father credit, but he was a horrible king. He wanted to appeal to the people, so he got rid of taxes. But this almost caused the entire economy to collapse. He was naive and did not understand the economy, or what his father had done to make this a successful nation. His father was probably one of the greatest kings England had ever seen. At this time, my grandfather was still alive, but he was in no condition to help my father. He died when I was 5. Now I am 15, and we live in exile from the kingdom, struggling to find food and stay alive. One day, the new king came to visit us and to gloat to us how well the kingdom was doing under his rule. My father became mad and wanted to live in the city and get a job. That way I could have a good life. He asked the king for this. The king agreed, as he did not see my father as a threat. We rode back into the city with the king and his escorts. The king gave us enough money to jumpstart my father's new restaurant, the Old King. His old tunic was hung on the wall. It had a lion on the front, and it was bright red, and was a symbol of his administration. It helped encourage people to come to his restaurant. The restaurant had become one of the best in the land because even if he can't rule a country, he sure can cook. One night, a hooded figure came into his restaurant. He was wearing a black coat with a hood, and his face was hidden by the shadows. The man looked around and sat at the bar. He ordered a glass of water, which was very unusual. When I came back with this water, he was gone, and the tunic was gone as well. I run to tell my father what had happened. I go to our house next door and wake my father and my mother. They come over to the restaurant and look for any signs of who did this. The thief did not leave any trace. We all go to bed, but wake up early when we hear a loud knocking on the window, and then a rock comes through. I look out through the broken window. There's a mob outside. They come into our house and take my father and carry him out. "What is the meaning of this?" I ask. "Your father killed the king," the man replies. "My father did not kill the king. How do you know he did it?" His tunic was left over the body with a message saying, "The rich are prospering, the poor are dying. At least under my rule no one was being treated unfairly. Please don't kill him until you know he did it. I am not in charge, but I don't think he has a very high chance of living." "Can I at least talk to him first?" I ask. "I will see what I can do," he replies. The mob of angry citizens lets me talk to him. Before I can even get a word out, my father says, "I killed him. I wanted a, I wanted better for everyone of this great country, even if I am not alive to see it." I turn and walk away, as I know this is what he would want to happen.